Managing Director of HDC, staff of HDC, invited guests, and most importantly, the recipients today that will be receiving the keys for the homes. There is no other government in Trinidad and Tobago in the past, and I know we will be there in the future, that have given out more houses in a short space of time. Within 4 years, you can see, as it is stated here, 1,000 keys are now to be given out, and most importantly, in the constituency of my friend and brother, Jairam Seemungal. He will deserve a round of applause. I really want to personally congratulate the government of Trinidad and Tobago, particularly the Minister of Housing and the Managing Director and staff of HDC, the Board of Directors. I have often said over the years, outside of energy, of which the economy of Trinidad and Tobago is so heavily dependent on, there is no other ministry that serves the people as well as the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, under the guidance of our Honorable Minister, Roodal Moonilal. Let's give him a round of applause. Brothers and sisters, how important it is today to receive one of the best gifts that could be given to you at this time of the year. Christmas, as everyone knows, is sharing and giving, and most importantly, the children that will be with the families that will be receiving the keys today. I always says the first thing that one has to do in their life, after you have gotten your education, you have ensured that there is a job that you could go to, is to ensure that there is a roof over your head. The point remains is, I would say to you, come, let's have a drink, let's go to the shop, let's line, but I'm not telling you to come home and bring your children and live. So first and foremost, the most important aspect of life is to ensure that there is a roof. This government of Trinidad and Tobago has promised the entire nation that they would ensure through the Ministry of Housing as much houses is given out. We must always remember that there is 1.3 million people in Trinidad and Tobago. The Ministry of Housing cannot give to each and every citizen of Trinidad and Tobago a house. But what we do know, that they would ensure as much as possible receive such a gift as what we are about to give today. Unfortunately, the chairman of the housing development is unable to be with us today. They have asked me to bring greetings on his behalf. Some of the directors are here. And therefore, I know that the entire country is looking on today. And when I came in, I say I have never been to that part of the country. I passed on the road straight going to Talparo, but I never knew that there was such a lovely site and such lovely houses that is about to deliver. So I really want to say congratulations to the Minister of Housing, Managing Director, the Board of Directors, the staff of HDC, in the manner and the timely manner is which these houses are about to be given out. I really want to say what a blessed and happy Christmas that you would have in La Horquetta. And I will want to say happy Christmas to each and every resident of La Horquetta, and also to look forward for a bright and prosperous 2015. May God bless all of us, and do enjoy the rest of the season. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Senator the Honorable James Lambert, the President General of the NUGFW and HDC board member. Before we go on, I've got to correct a slight mistake I made earlier on, and I don't know how I could have made it. And I'd like you to join me in giving a round of applause to the Managing Director of the Housing Development Corporation. In my opening salutations, I did not acknowledge you, Julian John. That's terrible. Give her a round of applause, please. Because these projects will not be able to be completed so efficiently and so professionally without the leadership of Julian John. So I think that was a grave error on my part, and I wanted to correct that. Just to give you some context, as the Honorable Prime Minister has said from the very start, the government is about delivery to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. So this project, 1,000 keys to homes this Christmas, has been for the last 3 months delivering keys, and today 253 keys to homes for families for building Trinidad and Tobago will be delivered. So I think that deserves a round of applause also. Because homes house families, families build communities, and communities build a nation. Let's continue now. And also, keys have been given out in the Golconda area, the Wallerfield area, and all across Trinidad and Tobago. And we're here today in La Horquetta for these wonderful keys to the Greenvale housing community in La Horquetta. At this time, I'd like you to join me with a big round of applause welcoming the Member of Parliament for La Horquetta Talparo and the Minister of Land and Marine Affairs, the Honorable Jairam Seemungal.
Thank you very much, Mr. Master of Ceremony. My colleague, Dr. the Honorable Roodal Moonilal, Minister of Housing and Urban Development. My colleague, Senator the Honorable James Lambert, and he's the President General of the NUGFW and a member of the HDC Board of Directors, Ms. Julian John, Managing Director of HDC, and staff of the HDC and the Ministry of Housing, my own staff of the La Horquetta Talparo constituency, constituents of La Horquetta Talparo, recipients of your HDC keys today. First of all, for those of you who are coming to reside in this constituency of La Horquetta Talparo for the very first time, welcome to one of the best constituencies in the East. Many of you would have visited my office over the last 4 years. It has been a long journey, but I want to congratulate first of all and thank my colleague, Dr. Roodal Moonilal, for his foresight, his vision, his management skills, and his delivery. I think he deserves a very hearty round of applause. For what you are receiving today is the keys to your new home. You are receiving a part of you, an asset that will be with you and your children, your grandchildren. It is where you will now live and reside, and where you will build a community together. In this constituency, we build communities, we build families, we build relationships. And in this community of Greenvale, you are receiving your key today, not because election is sometime near and we are looking for votes in the constituency, but it wouldn't hurt also to remember me during that time. But it's because the delivery of these homes are very important to you all. Many of you would have applied for house and homes some 15, 20 years ago. Many of you would have seen several regimes in government, but it is the People's Partnership Government under the Prime Minister, the Honorable Kamla Prasad Bisesa, and the leadership of our line minister, Dr. the Honorable Roodal Moonilal, who is on this mandate to deliver 1,000 keys before Christmas of this year. And we are very happy and pleased in this constituency in particular that 250 plus keys will be delivered today. Ladies and gentlemen, the need for housing is something that all of us in all and every single constituency have concern about. In my ministry, for instance, we are processing on the final stage of the Land for the Landless program to deliver the leases that we promised some 2 years ago. We are also working for the very first time in the history of this country to provide lease for persons who have received their certificate of comfort on the squatting settlements throughout Trinidad. And while a Minister of Housing is delivering on the houses, my ministry is also looking to fast track and fast forward the delivery of land as well. This constituency, for those of you who don't know, starts from Wallerfield into La Horquetta, into Four Road Stamina, Mamural, Talparo, Todd's Road, and Las Lomas into Chinchin. It is the third largest constituency in this country. But I can tell you, it is one of the best managed and best behaved constituency in the entire Trinidad and Tobago. When persons heard that they were coming to live near to La Horquetta 3 years ago, that there are houses in the back here, we couldn't even find an applicant who would like to come and live. Because prior to 2010, La Horquetta itself was labeled one of the biggest hotspots with respect to crime and criminal activities in this country. Today, I am proud and happy to say we are out of that era. We are into the era of family building and community building. Right in La Horquetta itself, we have some of the biggest sports games during the Easter vacation. We have in La Horquetta, coming out of there as well, the La Horquetta Sporting Academy. And for those of you who have children, I urge you to get them involved in this club. This club within the last 2 years have moved from a club that have started to now a club that has placed 5th in the preliminary rounds in the Super League in this country, beating back some of the biggest name teams in the entire island. And right now they are down to the final 8. And I know and I understand they have started that as well on a winning note. So we have produced some of the best sportsmen, best sportswomen in this part of the constituency. So you are neighboring of very, very good grounds. So don't worry when people tell you are living near La Horquetta. Tell them you are now living in one of the best communities that they have on the east-west corridor. And not only best in terms of mannerism and how we have developed over the years, but this area itself is one of the best looking settlements in the HDC in the entire east-west corridor. Actually, when people came and visit this community, Greenvale, they were very pleased and pleasantly surprised to see the layout of this part of the community. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to congratulate all of you. And please visit my MPs, my staff next door. You see that sign marked season greetings? And you see 2 lovely faces on the wall. One of the Prime Minister and one look like me. Visit them. They have a calendar for all of you. When you get your keys, go and put up that calendar in your house. So you'll know what day that we will be having the housewarming party that we'll be having in January. It'll be a Dutch party though. So all of you will start organizing something for now. And if you're baking a cake, leave an extra one. So when we come to Lime, I understand Ms. Jolene John have allocated one of the buildings. I'm not sure which one. You'll see a sign go up in it. It's a community building. We'll all use that community building until such time we can actually put up a proper community center and expand all the other infrastructure inside of here. So I want to congratulate all of you. It's a work in progress as we continue to build a community, get to know your neighbors, live together, don't live apart, don't have neighbors living and you don't know their phone number as well. Live like a family, continue to reside in here and make it a warm community so that when I come to visit and when we walk around in the community, we'll have smiling faces of not only you, but your children and your grandchildren as well. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to congratulate all of you again. I want to congratulate the minister and his entire team for bringing us to this point where you will receive the keys to your life here today, right here in La Horquetta, Greenvale. Congratulations, and may on this season bring you joy, happiness, and prosperity. And all of you, I hope, can find it in your hearts to give something to the underprivileged, the less fortunate, give a little to your neighbors as well as they come in, and welcome each and every one of you in the spirit of Christmas. May God bless every single one of you, and I thank you.